What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory, where today, guys, it is grind time in the brand new tournament, and this is the team that we're going to be taking in there to start with, excuse me, just to see how we fare, and I want to explain my choices. So first of all, welcome to the video. If you're enjoying the content here on the channel, feel free to drop a thumbs up. If you're new, feel free to subscribe and make sure to let me know down below how you're doing in this tournament. But EA have released the Season 2 World Tour Cup. It's 3 times per day that you can enter it. So up to 12 entries, 12 games per day. It refreshes every day for the whole season. It'll be interesting to see if after you've won it that you're locked out for the rest of the day or not. And the rewards it gives is playing 1 match for Quinones, a lone version, play 10 for an 82x3, play 25 for the Season Ladder Excellence Evo, assist at least 1 goal in 5 separate matches with a Mexican player item, which we won't be focusing on in the early stages, and I'll explain why in a moment. Score at least 1 goal in 5 separate matches with a Brazilian player. That we should be able to do, no problem at all. Play 5 matches with 1 World Tour player item in your starting 11. I'm hoping the Icon Garincha counts. Otherwise, I will have to do that some other day as well. Score 1 goal in 50 separate matches in the Season 2 World Tour Cup event for this Fred card. Hilariously, you can't use him in the competition. Win the Season 2 World Tour Cup event 5 times, and that will give you Fred as well. Do you get 2 Freds? Is it Fred squared? Is there an error there? There might be an error there. And the group reward is an 81x4. The reason, however, that I've built the team that I've built is because for Pele, we need to win 40 matches by 2 or more goals whilst having 6 Brazilian players in your starting 11, which we have. Alternatively, score 65 in 65 separate matches using a Brazilian cam, which is why we've got the cam Gabriel Jesus in there. For the Hurricane, it is win 30 matches with 5 Brazilian players in your starting 11, which we have again, or assist a goal in 60 separate matches using a right wing, which is again why I've gone for this particular formation, because we've got the right wing in there as well. For the captain, we need to either score in 35 separate games whilst having 2 silver players. We don't have that, but what we do have is a Brazilian defender in the starting 11, so we need to win 30 games to get Carlos Alberto. Then for Muller, we've got score in 50 matches using a German player. Won't be doing that. I have got Serge Gnabry there, but first we'll easily get this instead, which is win 25 matches with 3 Bayern players in your starting 11. And then for Beckenbauer, the Emperor, it's either play 25 matches whilst having a German centre-back in your starting 11 or assist 15 goals using a German CDM. So we've gone for the play 25 matches with a German centre-back in our starting 11. And that is why, as we go over here to the World Tour Cup, that is why I have built this team. I have got 3 Bayern players. I have got a right winger. I have got 6 Brazilians. I've got a Brazilian cam. I've got a Brazilian defender. I've got a German winger to allow me to shoot. I've got a German centre-back. I have covered all bases for all of those silver icons and almost all of the ability to complete the tournament outside of that. And then on the bench, I've basically got my Evo cards. So if I'm comfortably winning, I'll sub-read on. I need to actually have a look at who the other Evos are that I've got going on right now. So it's also Gabriel Jesus, which is just play for him. And for her, it's play 4 and win 2. For Madueke, it's play 3. And for Gabriel Martinelli, in fact, let me pause read for now because Martinelli is also in the team. He's going to be able to get sorted out nice and easy as well. And if you're thinking, oh, Nep, you've got Gabriel Martinelli up front, off chem, no problem whatsoever. This tournament is max chem mode, which is absolutely fantastic. So for today, guys, I am just going to play basically until I run out of entries. So if I can get 12 games, that'd be amazing. You guys will have a lot of footage. If I can't get 12, if I lose in the first round every time, then fair enough. Obviously, this is max overall. 85 and higher overall players is max 1. I forgot about that. I can have 1 player. Have I got a good player that I can put in? Have I got a good Brazilian that I can put in? I don't really think I have, actually. There's not really anyone, like, maybe I could take Ashley Cole. I presume other people are going to have, like, these absolutely insane, like, high-rated cards as their extras. I don't really think I want or care for one. I'm quite content just taking the team that I've got. But the only player that I would put in was Ashley Cole, but I actually think Yuri and Timber's debatably better. And so since we've got like no Brazilians or anything in here that would be good, yeah, let's just use these players and hopefully get these icons done as quick as possible so I don't have to worry about them any further more. With that, I'm going to see what kind of teams I come up against. Maybe I'll revisit this strategy if I'm really struggling, but we get 3 attempts per day for the whole season. So I'm just going to continually use, maybe slightly improve this squad and yeah, go and get myself into this tournament now and play some games. And let's see how sweaty this one is. All right, guys, as we go into the gameplay for today, it's an interesting one, this tournament. I didn't expect people to have ridiculously overpowered meta teams. I thought there might be the odd meta player here or there. I thought there might be the odd person that creates a meta team here or there. But for the most part, I thought people would experiment. I thought people would use players that they haven't had the chance to use, maybe be completing some evos at the same time, or in, you know, the case that I'm doing, like doing some of the icons and other objectives at the same time. But for the most part, disappointing to see that almost everybody had Rashford and Hernandez and Eder Militao and Omar Marmoush, and it was honestly, it was a bit disappointing. I would like to hope I'm going to stick with this team, guys. I've made a few tactical changes as the game's played through. I won't change the formation because I need the right wing, I need the cam, I need the DM. But yeah, I'm going to stick with this team throughout, because what my hope is that as the, let's say, sweats get the games done, they will stop playing, and so it will just be people that are playing for the icons and things like that are playing, and it will be a bit more enjoyable. Like, there's no harm in people using whatever team they want, of course, right? If you just want to come in here and blitz through it and get the rewards, then fair enough. There's no real harm in that. I just think, like, there's already champs and rivals. Like, the live event section recently has been so good. So good. But yeah, anyway, as we go through the gameplay today, a couple of things I didn't really pay attention to as we were building the team and such. It's 5 entries per day with 3 rounds per entry. So it's a quarterfinal, semi-final, and final only. No round of 16, which is brilliant. But also, if you win, now I like, spoiler alert, disclaimer, I didn't actually win a tournament here, but if you win a tournament, you get locked out of it for the day. I think that is stupid, given the fact that there are 5 entries every day for everybody for the whole season, and the fact that there are objectives for lots of games and lots of goals in lots of games. So I just think it's a bit of a weird one from EA to lock you out when winning it. It doesn't really preserve or protect anything, because the quicker people that want to just get through it can get through it, the quicker they'll stop playing, and it will actually become easier for the people that are playing to play it rather than playing to get through it and get the rewards. Anyway, we've got some comments from yesterday's video. Morgan says, back when we had fitness cards, it gave reasons for 2 teams, which I think was missing from FIFA for years. I could not agree more. He says, so many good cards never being used, collecting dust. Gauntlet changed that, which makes squad building so enjoyable. We need more of them. I could not agree more. As I was reading that comment, Morgan, all I was thinking was, I remember, like, back in FIFA 12, I think it was, I had like a main team, and I managed to have Ronaldo up front, which was great, at left wing. I can't remember who had that striker. It might have been like Ronaldo, Benzema, and Bale across the front 3. It might have been, Lewandowski and Robben or Ribery as well. But either way, I had Ronaldo. And for chemistry reasons and for just ease of everything, Jesse Rodriguez was my backup to Ronaldo. So once Ronaldo got down to like 80, 75 fitness, Jesse Rodriguez would be swapped in. And I don't know if EA did it on purpose or if it was one of those kind of like lazy coding things or mistakes or whatever. But Jesse Rodriguez had Ronaldo's body type in game. He was only like 5'10" or whatever, but he looked like he was like 6 foot, 6'1". Not that Ronaldo's 6'1" either, but he might be anyway. But and Jesse Rodriguez was outrageously good. And the only reason why I ever would have used him was to get fitness back on Ronaldo. That's it. Otherwise, he just never would have seen the light of day, and he was amazing. And it's the same with so many of the players that we've got in our clubs today. Like even my club, like I try to use as many players as possible. There are still SBCs and objective cards that I've picked up that have 0 games on them, and who knows if they're good or not, because I haven't played with them and you haven't played with them. And yeah, like the gauntlet is brilliant for it, and I hope EA, like I know there's like, I constantly have this whole more thing, right? When they give us something I like, I want more of it immediately, and that's not always healthy, because you know that you'll then get kind of like conditioned to it, and then it will loses its like appeal, and then it just becomes boring again. But when it comes to gauntlets, they should always have one running, if not 2, right? Just with different requirements, different objectives, different rewards, because yeah, actually being able to kind of like use different players, experience different players, play against different players, it's all very, very good. Alex Z says, I get what you're saying about chemistry, but people pay 5 to 10x for the price for a player with a special card with +1 stats, which is honestly a smaller boost than you get from being on full chem. It's an interesting one. I have never understood why people pay so much money for small boosts, right? It like it's kind of like in terms of like diminishing returns, right? If you've got a 1,000,000 coin player and you get 100 goals from 100 games, I guarantee you that a 100,000 coin player will get you 99 goals from 100 games, and then a 10,000 coin player will get you 98 goals from those same 100 games, and a 1,000 coin player might get you 90 goals from those same 100 games. And so then the question becomes, how valuable are those 10 extra goals? How valuable is that extra moment? Like if like an Mbappe gets you an extra goal in a game where you're already winning 4-0, does it matter? Would it have mattered? Should you have even had him? If, however, Mbappe gets a goal in a game that's incredibly tight, and it's the deciding goal that allows you to go from, say, 9 wins in champs to 10 wins in champs, or from, say, Division 3 rewards to Division 2 rewards, and off the back of that, in the rewards, you end up getting somebody worth significant value, that's an incredible price on that one goal, right? But one of the reasons why I've always run the Road to Glory like I have, and how I have, is because, and draft is almost a testament to this, it does not matter, in my personal opinion, how good a player is if the person who's controlling that player isn't good, or is like, you know, if you, whatever level you're at, if you have the best team in the game compared to the current team that you've got, you might get 1 or 2 more wins. Might. Not a given, not for sure. You might get 1 or 2 more wins. And at that point, I think, is it worth millions of coins? And similar to what you say, Alex, people pay hundreds of thousands of coins for like if Teo Hernandez right now, his 84, came out with an 85 rated promo card, and it was literally just +1s across the board, he would be 600,000-700,000 coins, whereas his gold card is like 5,000 coins. Why on earth would you pay that for +1s? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Anyway, Tommy B. Good says, I can imagine it's hard to find content to make 20-minute video every single day. Yes, we'll get through this. But spending 1/3 of a 26-minute video making a team you can't even use is a little silly, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe it was, but that's my content, isn't it? I create what I show you everything, right? There's no like, oh, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, and then I'll hide bits and bobs. Because when I used to like kind of skip things back in some of the early stages, I remember one year, FIFA 18 or FIFA 19, on my road to glory, I was just doing some League SBCs after I finished a stream where I was grinding hard. I was just doing a few more League SBCs in a call with some friends, and I packed, I want to say Neymar. It was like a huge player. It was like a promo version of Neymar, like a 2 million coin card. And I packed it. And so I took a screenshot of it and I posted it on Twitter. I was like, oh my God, pack Neymar, how sick is this? And then in the video the next day I showed it. The amount of abuse I got for that, oh my God, he's just buying FIFA points, he's doing this, he's cheating, he's blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I literally ended up showing on the video, the like a day or two later, my PlayStation wallet, my FIFA. There's like a balance on EA Sports where you can show if you've had like money go in and out. I showed my PlayStation wallet thing just to prove that I had not put money on the account. I didn't even have a card attached to the account, but because I didn't show it and wasn't live for it, people just immediately assumed that I had cheated to get it. So now I just show everything, because it got to a point where I was defending myself every day with like, even like a bronze, like, you know, remember when like Team of the Seasons used to have bronze Team of the Seasons, or you used to get like Team of the Seasons that would have bronze base cards and you'd get them in bronze packs. I would show up on a video like and be like, oh guys, I packed like four Team of the Season from bronze packs yesterday. Oh my God, he's cheating, he's hacking, he blah blah. And it was like, oh my days. Like, so now I just show everything, because it became a habit, and it became easier to just show everything than it did to try and explain everything, if that makes sense. However, you carried on with this goes in conjunction with another thing I've noticed in videos lately, which is you keep running out of time with comments. That's just because I pick a lot of comments. Like, for example, today I've still got 3 more comments, but there's only 4 minutes of footage left, so I'm not going to get through them. Not because I'm running out of time per se, but it's just because I've got lots of things that you guys keep putting in the chat that I really like discussing with you, and there's just not quite enough time. But you continue. You say, the solution is clear to me. Bring back ruin a randomer type videos, play 1 to 2 live games, and answer comments from the past videos you didn't get a chance to answer. The problem with that, the only problem with that, because that is a brilliant idea. It's a, like, if it, I wish it could. The problem with that is this game these days requires so much focus and so much attention on the actual gameplay that I can't always remember what I'm talking about as I'm talking. Like, my train of thought constantly goes, because I'm sitting there like really hyper focusing on the game and then going, oh, what was I talking about again? And it's not a nice experience to listen to. It really just isn't. I wish it was, but it's just not a nice experience to listen to. Maybe something for us to tinker with over the coming days and weeks. Bada Bing says, Nep, I'm interested as to why you changed camera angles, co-op and tele-broadcast, I think. I've been doing the same recently between the same 2 cameras and have sided with tele-broadcast. The game is smoothest on this camera angle. So about 4 or 5 years ago, about 10 years ago, I started using co-op camera to be able to see more of the pitch. And I got a lot of like comments in the videos about how it's hard to kind of see the game because it was so far away from the actual action. And so fair enough, I went back to like a regular camera. But about 4 or 5 years ago, I went to co-op because I can't remember what game it was, but the way the game played, it was just really important to see more of the pitch. So I went for co-op. And I just kind of stayed on that camera ever since until last year. I was playing last year and I was streaming, and loads of people on my stream were like, this year is way better on telly, or tele-broadcast, should I say, because you kind of, the way the dribbling works and the skill moves and things like that, you kind of need to be able to see the player you're controlling the ball with a bit more rather than the whole field. And so I tried tele-broadcast, and I immediately started seeing an increase in my wins. And I was like, damn, that is true. This year, it's a really... The reason why I keep changing between tele-broadcast and co-op is because I think there is real value in seeing more of the pitch, but also real value in having the camera kind of so closely pinned onto the ball carrier because of how good technical dribbling is, how important skill moves are, and how like just valuable it is in general to kind of like keep the possession and stuff. So Yeah, it's one of those weird ones where it's like, I almost wish I could have like a secondary monitor where I can see the whole field so that I can kind of look almost like the minimap. Imagine the minimap, but like maxied, but on a different monitor. So I could have it there and be like, all right, who's where? Like, where's the space? Where's like, you know, one of those third world problems. Anyway, Jimmy says, hey, Nep, huge fan, been watching for a couple of years now. I've been doing Enquiries to glory for the last 3 years and I'm so far this year, my Evo 300 games on it. He's 85 rated with horrific stats, and there are many new Evos coming out for his base card, which improve his stats and make him a lower rating than my current Evo. Should I continue using my current Evo or make multiple Enquiries? So you can't make multiple Enquiries unless he gets a promo card. You can only discard or submit that one into an SBC and then start a new Enquiry. I would say that if you feel like it's the right thing to do, start a new one. If you don't want to lose those like 300 games and whatever stats you've got on him, then just make sure for the next like 3, 4, 5 weeks, only give him Evo boosts that boost his stats, and do never boost his overall again until you get his stats up to scratch, because that's going to be far more valuable. With that being said, guys, we've run out of time. I only have one comment left this time, which is pretty cool, but that is going to be the end of the video for today. So yeah, this tournament was sweaty, it was hard, and that's where we're at with it. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. I'm out. Peace.